Visit patreon.com/tiltedtripodmedia, become a member, and support the future of video. Product reviews, travel, and more on Tilted Tripod Media. Click that subscribe button and welcome to the future of video. And smash the bell icon to be notified about weekly videos. Welcome to another episode of Urbex. Chris here, and I'll be your tour guide as we take a look at the Northfield Square Mall in Bourbonnais, Illinois. This mall has some amazing hidden gems that you won't want to miss. It's also worth noting that this mall's address is Bourbonnais, Illinois, but it's actually located in Kankakee, Illinois. Well, at least that's the largest city that it's near. It's about 1 hour south of Chicago. There are also a few sources that say this mall is located in Bradley, Illinois, but no one knows where the hell that is, so we're putting it in Kankakee, Illinois because some people do know where that is. Northfield Square opened on August 1st, 1990 at the intersection of Illinois Route 50 and Larry Power Road, just north of the Interstate 57 interchange. The original anchors were Carson Pirie Scott, JCPenney, Sears, and Venture. When the mall opened in 1990, it was 40% vacant. In 2012, the mall was 11.7% vacant, and on June 20th, 2018, it was announced that the Express Factory outlet would open in the mall. The store would open next to the Carson Pirie Scott around the corner from the Daily Journal. Near the JCPenney would be the new Willow Spa and Barber Shop on the square, right next to the Paul Mitchell School. On January 4th, 2018, it was announced that the Sears would be closing as part of a plan to close 103 stores nationwide. The store closed on April 9th, 2018. Then again, on April 18th, 2018, it was announced that Carson Pirie Scott would be closing both of its locations as the parent company, the Bon-Ton Stores, was going out of business. This left JCPenney as the only anchor. Northfield Square Mall has a total retail floor area of 530,325 square feet. I'd have to say this mall did amazingly well. It was able to keep all of its original anchors up until about 2018. That's a feat most malls can't claim. So now we're going to take a look at the inside of the mall. This is the store directory, and I don't think the mall layout is really that odd, but it's not exactly a common one. I absolutely love the look of this Japanese steakhouse with the vintage 70s wood paneling and the modern light-up sign. Hey Dan Bell, if you're watching this, check out this bamboo that I found. It's fake, it's in a mall, and it's gotta be the best mall plant I found yet. Don't you just love it? It's so great. And now we come to the first crown jewel on our tour. Unfortunately, it's not in operation anymore. The lights still work, but the water has long since stopped flowing. If you've been watching my channel for quite some time, then you'll know how much I love a good neon sign, and this is a perfect example of a mint condition one. This candy store is locally owned and operated, and I highly recommend that you take a look around. The shop owners were very friendly. So I've been in a lot of Carson stores before, and I've never seen this sign on the floor. I don't know if this is just indicative to the region or whatnot, but it was super cool to see, and I'm glad that I got to document it. This is the Paul Mitchell School, and it's where you go to learn to become a hairstylist. We have one in Cincinnati by where I live, but it's not this cool, and it's not in a mall. This is the fountain in the center of the mall, and I'm glad that it was still in operation, so let's take a listen. I remember back in the 90s when most malls had a fountain, at least one of them, and after a long day of shopping, you could sit next to the fountain, listen to the water, and just relax. And it's really sad that those days are long gone and that newer generations won't get to experience this anymore. Now, I didn't grow up near this mall, and this is the first time I've ever been to this mall, but walking around this mall gives you a feeling of sadness, but it also brought back a lot of memories from when I was a child and I visited my local mall. I went shopping with my mom, I visited the food court to grab a bite to eat, I hung out with friends, and even went to see a movie at the local cinema. So walking around this mall, I noticed that there were a lot of vacant stores, and that brought about a sadness. But then I quickly realized how well this mall has been preserved, and it's kind of like being transported back in time. I got a warm, fuzzy feeling as I realized I could experience my childhood one last time. This cinema that you're about to see is located right across from the food court, and I think that was a great place to put it. You can grab a bite to eat in the food court and then catch your favorite movie right after. Again, another great example of an amazing neon sign. That store was actually really cool. You should go and visit it if you're in the area. And this brings us to the food court. There literally was nothing left in their food court, which brought about immense sadness because I was really hoping that I could grab a bite to eat, support some of the local businesses, and sit next to this amazing fountain that you're going to see here that's in the food court. So this brings us to the main fountain in the food court, and I'd have to say it's the best feature of this mall. And yes, those are real mall plants. There were a few people that were walking by this fountain while I was filming, and they commented on how nice it was, and I'd have to agree. So let's take one last look and listen. I want to give a big shout out to all of my Patreon supporters and to all of my subscribers. You are what keeps these videos coming. A big thank you. And, as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that bell icon so that you'll stay up to date on all the latest videos here at Tilted Tripod Media. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again in the next video.